Rich, let's start with you. I think most of us have heard the phrase cyberbullying. What is it?
Well, it's a relatively new phrase, obviously. It's traditional bullying, which takes place online instead of offline. Usually social media platforms are used, either by private messaging or posting hateful comments on one of the social media platforms to family, friends or to the individual themselves.
How common is it?
It's fairly common. Obviously, with the uptake of social media, everybody now has a smartphone, everybody now has an access to a tablet. It's a lot easier for people to commit these offences. So we've seen a rise in it over the last couple of years, but now it's kind of levelled out to the levels we're sort of seeing now. We get about 25 recordable offences each fortnight, and that's for the whole of Humberside. So that kind of gives you a scale of the problem.
I have a couple with me to talk about this. Patrick and Sandra are not their real names, but I'm grateful to you for spending time with us. Tell me how this all started.
I was talking to an old school friend on there, and she'd picked up on a conversation. So one morning she'd sent a friend request. I thought, I don't know who this person is. And then it started to become in a conversation talking about your family and saying, does Patrick know that you're talking like this to this person, because it was a male friend. But she was trying to split us up, I think.
It must have been terribly frightening for both of you.
It was a lot to take in, it was a lot to cope with. We reported it to police and they assisted as much as they could, but it was difficult to get the evidence.
Rich, how easy is it to prosecute this sort of crime?
It depends how clever the individual's been to hide their identity. There are things obviously that you do on the internet leave a trace. Your IP address can be located back to your home address, your mobile number, etc. So there are things that we can do in that sort of digital forensics world to try and trace back the offender. Evidence capture is absolutely key in the early stages, so we encourage people to take screenshots to save the conversations that are in there so we can examine those. It depends on the level and the length that the people go to hide the tracks, really.
You've given one or two hints about what people can do, but if they are worried, should they just call 101? If
it's low level name calling, there are things that the individuals can do, and they can block that user. They can report to the service provider for the social media page. If it escalates to more serious nature, as it has for these guys here, then yeah, by all means call 101 and we'll investigate the crime.
I sincerely hope it's something that you are able to sort out.